Welcome to CTV's broadcast of East China High School Sports, presented to the community by Magna. Let's join our announcers now for all the action of East China High School Sports.
All right. Welcome to East China Stadium for a MAC heavyweight showdown between Romeo, who's coached by Trevor Foster. Romeo plays in the red division, and they're 1-0 in conference. 4-0-1 overall with a tough schedule. Their only tie came to a very tough Ann Arbor Skyline team. Host team St. Clair, coached by Cliff Freeland, is in the blue division in the MAC. They're 3-0 in conference play with a 4-1 overall record, with their only blemish coming against a powerhouse in Warren Regina. I will be joined in booth today by St. Clair Saint legend, Maya Freeland. Maya, what do you see in tonight's showdown?
Oh, I don't know. It's going to be a pretty good matchup. Romeo's always been good. And honestly, I just think it's a way for St. Clair to get better. I know Coach Freeland, he likes to prepare the team for districts and regionals. He knows they're going to be playing better teams, and he knows that just playing the teams in the division isn't going to be good enough. So I think what he's really looking to get out of it is just for them to get better and for them to learn, and I think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I think they're both wants to see just how good they are before they get heavy into conference play. This will be a good stepping stone to see just where they are in their programs. I know St. Clair is looking to take that next step, and they've always ran in. I think the last 2 years, if I'm right, you got knocked out by Marion.
Oh, for sure. Marion's always been a powerhouse. I know my junior year, which was 2 years ago, we lost them in the first round of regionals 5-0, and we lost them last year in the regional final 5-0 as well. So,
yeah, this should be an exciting match. Who would you say is a couple players to keep your eye on for St. Clair?
For St. Clair, I would definitely say Kennedy Hallerbach. She's going to Tiffin next year. She plays attacking center mid. She's one of the hardest working players I've played with and I know. Same thing with Ella Farkas, number 21. She's going to Siena. She plays outside back, and she's a brick wall. It's hard to get through her. She's also one of the hardest working players I know, and I definitely think she's a good one to keep an eye on also.
Excellent. I know Romeo extremely talented.
Oh, for sure.
I know by looking at your notes and roster, they got several girls going to big-time colleges. Who's a couple that St. Clair and Coach Freeland needs to focus on?
So definitely two of their center midfielders. We have Ava McMillan. She's going to Tiffin. And then also Isabella Barron. She's going to Ferris State. So those two are definitely going to be dominant in the middle. So those will definitely be something that they'll have to adjust to. They'll definitely be good players, but I don't think it's anything that they can't handle.
All right, well, we're looking forward to this. It looks like tonight's matchup's going to start with about 49-degree night with a little bit of drizzle in the air. So it's, I would say, good soccer weather.
Oh, definitely.
In the goal for Romeo will be number 1, Eva Hill. And then the goal for St. Clair will be senior Abigail Perry. I think she goes by Abby.
Yep.
As a former player, Maya, do you like these conditions, or would you rather it be warm out? Or
I definitely like these conditions. I would say playing in the cooler weather is definitely what I prefer. Sometimes if it's too hot, it's not enjoyable. So I definitely say this is the perfect weather. It's not too rainy either, because if it's too rainy, then a little too slippery for me. But I definitely think these are good soccer conditions.
It looks like St. Clair will have the ball first to begin the match. Romeo's got it in the offensive zone. They center it. St. Clair, good defense there, breaks it up, gets it out of danger. Luther brings it up on the left side. Good defense there. Hallerbach Tries to move it into the Romeo end, but quickly there defend it well.
Playing quickly and under control is definitely going to be something that St. Clair is going to need to do against this team. They're so disciplined. So playing quick, playing under control, playing smart, and not panicking is definitely going to be important for them tonight.
Throw in by Romeo was unsuccessful. Looks like St. Clair will have a throw in from the sideline. St. Clair will be attacking the south goal. Nice header by Kennedy as Ali Komorowski moves it up, kicks it into the offensive zone. Romeo's goalkeeper Baroon over to Luther. She moves it up the west sideline. Defend it there well. Nice play there by Hollerbeck. Finds Farkas. Good defense there by Romeo. Ball's on the west side. Ball's centered. No call on that one. I thought there was a lot of contact.
Seemed like a foul at first.
Yeah, Maya will be helping me quite a bit to expand my knowledge of the soccer game. Kick here by Abby. Out to center.
That was a call in favor of St. Clair on Kennedy Hollerbeck. So now St. Clair will have a free kick just before the 40. Ella Farkas is the one taking the free kick. Has one of the biggest feet on the team for sure.
Romeo controls the ball. Ball of bounds. It will be a throw in by Romeo. Defend it there well by St. Clair. Out of bounds, St. Clair. Romeo will have another throw in.
Oh, it's a free kick.
Can you tell me the difference between a throw in and a free kick?
So a throw-in is just if it goes out of bounds, nothing happens, just the other team kicks out of bounds, the other team will get it. And then a free kick is if there's a foul. So if in that case, St. Clair must have fouled Romeo, and then that's why it was a free kick. And so the ball has to be stationary. It can't be moving, but it has to be at the point of the foul, and then they get a free kick from that position.
Got it. Farkas will have a free kick from above the 50.
Great ball.
Help me. All right, Romeo's going south to north here.
Taking it down the sideline, playing through the middle.
They find number 15, Olivia Luther. Nice kick ahead to Isabel.
Oh, great
Lagabache.
defense by Farkas. Oh, that's going to be a penalty kick. So a penalty kick is when there's a foul inside the 18-yard box. So it seemed like that foul was on Sam Harwood, if I'm not mistaken. But a penalty kick will be placed at that yellow line right in the center of the 18-yard box. And no one's allowed in the box until the ball is kicked, so definitely not a favorable situation for St. Clair.
So it's just one-on-one with the kicker and the goalie.
Yep. The coach has the ability to choose whoever they want to take this penalty kick.
And taking it for Romeo, it's number 22, Isabella Barron.
And she's going to be going to Ferris State.
And her kick is successful. Goal, Romeo.
By Isabella Barron going to Ferris State.
That's a tough position for the goalie there.
Extremely tough, yeah.
Well, with 34-20 left in the match, it's Romeo 1, St. Clair 0. You know, in this type of match, for St. Clair to have a chance to beat this D1 powerhouse, they can't afford penalties like that.
Exactly. In situations like this, when we're playing this good of a team, this disciplined of a team, stuff like that is difficult to come back from, but it's not impossible for sure. And if I know anything about St. Clair, if I know anything about the team they were and are, especially when I played there, they'll never stop. They'll keep going. So they won't let that get to them.
Here comes Kennedy. Barron intercepts it for Romeo. Gets it to the center. She kicks it to the east there. Trying to find Hengel, but the ball's out of bounds, so it will be a throw-in by St. Clair. Bailey tries to control it for St. Clair. St. Clair's got a little bit of momentum here into Romeo's zone, but quickly stopped. Be a side-in throw in about the 30-yard line for St. Clair in Romeo's territory. Ball out of bounds. Romeo will have a side out. Thrown into Ava McMillan. She tries to center the ball to number 23, Addison Kamak. Well played there by Kennedy Hallerbach. Ball out of the back of the end zone. It will be a throw-in for Romeo. Is there different defenses that soccer that they switch up into, and
like different formations?
Yeah.
There's various different formations that a team could play in. I mean, right now, St. Clair, I believe, is playing a 4-4-2, which means they have 4 defenders, so 2 outside defenders and 2 center defenders. And then I believe they're playing a diamond in the middle. So they have 2 center mids that are kind of holding, and then there's an attacking mid, and then there's a holding mid that's playing even more defensively.
So the diamond, I would guess, as far as basketball terms go, and that's what I know, is you're trying to keep the ball out of the middle of the
Exactly. Especially with Romeo having as strong of a midfield as they do, playing a diamond in the middle is just giving, honestly, extra support to the defense.
Got it.
When it comes to having like that strong of a midfield, honestly. But, I mean, you can also play 3 in the back, and you could play 3 in the back with a stopper. It honestly depends on the team you're playing, the coach you have, but there's definitely
your player personnel
exactly who you have defensively definitely plays a role. So honestly, it just depends, but there's definitely different formations that you can use.
Excellent. Taylor Helton, boy, she's got a motor on her. She's just all hustle.
Oh, for sure. Also one of the hardest working players I know.
Romeo controls it over to number 15, Olivia Luther. Good battle here about at the 40-yard line, controlled by Romeo. There was a call there. Maya, can you expand on that? Or is this a side out?
It's for. Looks like it's a free kick for Romeo. Not sure exactly what the call was, but it looks like it's going to be about the 45-yard line. Someone's making a run now down line. I don't know exactly what the call was, but it is a free kick.
Free kick by Luther. She kicks it down to inside St. Clair's zone, about the 10-yard line. This will be another free kick by number 23, Addison Kamak.
Oh, I think it's just a throw-in.
Oh, it is
Might
just
just
a
be a
throw-in.
throw-in, yeah.
Luther will throw it in. Good defense there by Farkas.
Looks like it's going to be a deep throw-in for St. Clair. Just missed being a goal kick.
St. Clair makes 2 substitutions here. Tessa Freeland, who's only a freshman, and Donaldson, who's a senior who will be attending SE4.
Tessa Freeland went in for Claire Freeland at holding mid, and looks like Lainey Donaldson went in for Gwen Salisbury at striker.
A nice move there by number 22, Isabella Barron. Boy, she's a player. Kick on goal, great stop there by Abby Perry. She controls it for St. Clair. Number 18 for Romeo, Addison Harris has possession. As Romeo controls on the east side of the field. Out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in by St. Clair. Farkas kicks it down to Romeo's 20. Nice kick there, but Romeo controls it.
Give and go attempt on the line for Romeo.
Checking back in for St. Clair is number 11, Gwen Salisbury.
Bringing out KK Walker, who's going to SE4 in the fall.
Romeo centers it. Defended there well by St. Clair. Farkas kicks it up the sideline trying to find Donaldson. Now Hollenbach's got a good opening. Nice lead kick just out.
It's a great idea by Kennedy.
Just a touch too much. Romeo controls it and will head back to St. Clair's end of the field. Ball's about at the 50. Nice job by Komorowski. Back to St. Clair's goalie as she kicks it out to the 30. Nice work there by Taylor Helton. Long try by Barron as Perry just gets enough of it to defend it away from the goal.
Should be a Romeo throw-in now. She saved it from being a corner.
Or is that a corner?
Oh, it is a corner. Looked like it was going to be a throw-in, yeah.
So can you explain the corner kick a little bit to the audience?
So a corner kick is if it, like the goal line necessarily, if it goes out there, that's when it will be a corner kick. And they're extremely dangerous. Just because, I mean, they have it's a great angle. You have no one on you. You can take the kick, and obviously anyone from their team has the time to get in the box, get set up, and it's definitely, in the past at least, has been one of St. Clair's weaknesses, but I think that we've definitely improved. That's something that at least we worked on a lot last year, so I'm sure that that's continued, and because defending corner kicks is not easy.
Well, they did a nice job defending it there as St. Clair will take possession now. Donaldson has it at midcourt. broken up there by Romeo. Farkas gets it away from the danger. Romeo will reset in their own zone. Get it out to mid pitch. Nice work there.
Oh, great ball. Just missed the touch.
Just missed it.
That was an amazing idea. Great ball.
Donaldson was breaking free in the middle of the pitch. Just a little bit too much. There we go. Kennedy with a nice interception. Harmless kick back to the Romeo goalie. Romeo will reset. St. Clair back on defense. Romeo sends it down the field harmlessly. Stopped there by Farkas. Oh, steal there. Steal there by number 9, Lakabachi. St. Clair gets it out of the harm's way as Kennedy finds a nice Donaldson down the west side, down to the 20 in Romeo territory. Just trying to center it.
Good attempt on playing it through to Salisbury. I know for sure in this game that all Coach Freeland wants at least is for them to work hard. And I definitely think that they're living up to that.
Yeah, besides that one costly error early in the game, it's pretty much been a dogfight. I mean, there's really been no advantage on either squad. Both, like you said, very well-coached, disciplined teams here. Abby Perry kicks it out of bounds. It will be Romeo's.
Wholesale change for Romeo coming in. Number 4, Jenna Lafew. Number 5, Claire Carmody. Number 14, Kylie.
So in soccer, there's 2 halves, correct?
Correct. They're each, in high school at least, they're 40 minutes long.
Now, will there be injury time like I have seen? Or is it just 20 on each side? Is there any injury time at the end?
Oh, injury. Okay, so if there's, it's stoppage time. So if someone were to get hurt and the refs stop the clock, then yeah, there would be stoppage time. Maybe just 1 or 2 minutes added on at the end, but it's not usually common. Usually
Not
in
in
high
high
school,
school.
they can just look up at the box and tell them to stop the clock, and it's not a problem.
Gotcha.
But it should just be 40 and 40.
Nice work there. Nice job by Claire Freeland.
Attempt to play it through to, looks like Salisbury.
Romeo's getting a little bit of momentum here inside the 10. Well defended there. Nice stop by Abby Perry as she free kicks it out to about mid-pitch. Romeo will have it once again at center field. Now over to Olivia Turley.
Number 12 in the middle, that's Ava McMillan. She's the one going to Tiffin next year.
Okay, so she will be playing with
Kennedy.
With Kennedy.
Yep.
Now, a lot of these girls, Maya, your experience, they play together on traveling leagues and in travel soccer.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. A lot of girls definitely in the Romeo, Macomb area, a lot of them play on the same travel teams. They play together, and then a lot of times there's times, especially when they get recruited together as well. But I'd say for St. Clair, I think there's a good amount of people now that play on the same travel teams, but it's definitely not as easy for them because they're not all – there's not very many travel teams localized here. They're all in the Macomb area. But for Romeo, I definitely say there's probably a good amount of these girls that play together.
Nice work there. Nice feed to Allie, intercepted there by number 5, Claire Carmody of Romeo. She centers it over to Barron. As Romeo is now inside St. Clair's zone. Nice play there. It will be a side out.
By Tara Malone.
Thrown by Romeo. Controlled by Ava McMillan of Romeo. Intercepted there. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
we got a run out.
Beautiful ball.
Oh, well defended. St. Clair had their chance there. Nice find.
Beautiful ball played to Gwen Jaloski.
As we make some substitutions here. Barron has control as Helton defends her. Good defense there by St. Clair. Intercept it, but number 5 is Romeo's, putting some pressure on St. Clair's defense. Finally gets kicked out of there.
Defensive third.
Romeo controls it on their end as they look to move it ahead. Romeo's attacking the east side of the field. Back to Barron in center. And nice play by St. Clair here. Could have been a penalty there by Romeo, but the official did not see it that way. As Romeo goes back on attack.
Oh, good stop by Tessa Freeland.
Romeo with a little bit of pressure here. Good battle.
Oh, wow. That was a foul on Romeo for sure.
Well, what constitutes a foul to a yellow card to a red card? Can you expand on that a little bit?
Really just the intensity of the foul. Like I don't know if you could tell there, but that girl honestly took out Sam's legs from underneath her, didn't go for the ball. It's pretty much when you make contact, but
so why wouldn't she get a yellow card on that?
Because I don't think it was necessarily intentional.
Got it.
A lot of times yellow cards are based on how intentional the foul was and the intensity of it. But it seemed like that wasn't intentional.
Got it.
She just missed the ball, honestly.
Nice defense there by St. Clair as they get it out of problems. As they kick it down to Romeo's end. St. Clair's offensive end, the battle here. Nice work there by number 10, Anna Frank, for Romeo. Gets it back to her goalie. Here we go. St. Clair's got a little bit of momentum here as they get it inside Romeo's goal.
I unplugged my phone yesterday because I was charging my phone at the lacrosse game, and I hit the horn.
Kamarowski gets it back to Farkas as they reset. center kick to Helton. Well defended once again by Romeo. Like you said, Maya, they are a very disciplined
Exactly.
team. It's hard to get a whole lot of
Quick passes, clean passes. They don't make too many mistakes, that's for sure.
St. Clair doesn't get many opportunities. When they do, they have to capitalize on them.
Exactly. They've had about 2 now, maybe, and definitely need to capitalize on those. But also, I can understand the difficulty of that at the same time.
Ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw in by Romeo.
Right? They're going to blame you. Listen, go down there.
Ooh, foul on Kennedy Holler. Oh, no. Yeah, foul on Kennedy Hollerback.
That was pretty ticky-tack for what we've seen.
Her elbow was pretty up there. Usually that's another thing with fouls. You're supposed to keep your arm and your elbow down, so it's your shoulder is what you should be pressing up against people with, but she had her elbow up a little bit there, which is, actually it wasn't a foul on her. Surprisingly, I thought it was. But she did have her elbow up a little bit there, so I'm surprised, honestly.
Well, I know the difficult in all high school sports right now is the lack of officials. So I give credit to the guys out here because that's what we've been lacking in the high school sport is good officials.
"13 minutes left in the game. Honestly, I just think St. Clair needs to remain composed, and if they get any more opportunities, they definitely need to capitalize."
Yeah, I mean, they both squads have to be pretty happy where they're at now.
Definitely. Romeo up 1-0. I'm sure they're happy with the fact that they're up 1-0, but I definitely think that they'd want to capitalize on some more of their opportunities in field play.
If it wasn't for that costly penalty by St. Clair, this would definitely be still a 0-0 defensive battle.
Exactly.
Romeo brings it up the east side. They try to center it. Do a nice job. Nice defense there at center field by St. Clair. Back into Romeo's zone. As Tessa's working hard. Thrown by Romeo. Romeo once again bring it up the west side of the field. Number 14's got some good speed, Glosieski. She centers it. Looks for an opening. She takes a shot on goal, but it's just missed right at the goal.
Great idea, though.
That was pretty good pressure there.
Smart to take a shot from there, too, especially.
So
if they gave her the space.
You ever, I always wondered, you ever put a step on, or how many miles does a girl normally run in a soccer match? You have to be in pretty good condition.
I know a lot of people wish they could wear Apple Watches and Fitbits and everything, but for soccer, not have any accessories at all. So personally, I've never tested it myself, but I think I read somewhere once that it was 5 to 7 miles someone would run, like a woman would run in a soccer game.
It's incredible, the stamina and the physical condition that these girls have to be in.
The conditioning they do, too, it's intense. I know for St. Clair at least, but I'm sure it's the same with most programs, especially like Romeo being as good as they are, the conditioning they have to do just to get ready for the season.
Romeo tries to set up. They control it at roughly the 40-yard line. They look to move into St. Clair territory. Now they have control. Nice move.
Number 2, Izzy Barron made a run through the middle. Just couldn't get off her. Number 24 just couldn't get off her foot in time.
Nice job by St. Clair now. Now they got a little bit of a run out, and it looks like they found, is it Hollerback on the east side there?
That is Kaylin Walker, I believe. Hollerback is right there, just about the 40, but I believe that ball was intended for Kaylin Walker.
There we go. Well defended by St. Clair as they get control of it. Trying to set up something and trying to penetrate this pesky Romeo defense.
Romeo's definitely putting the pressure on St. Clair, that's for sure. But I guess I could say the same about St. Clair also.
Yeah, we've had some decent looks.
They're pressure. Both teams, I would say, are pressuring the ball hard and well. That's going to be...
Foul number 14, I believe. That's on Glosieski, so it will be...
Yeah, a little bit of a stiff arm.
That's like what you were referring to with getting the elbows up a little bit, huh?
Exactly. I think she just snagged Kennedy a little bit while Kennedy was running by her. Oh, good idea.
Squatting like 800 pounds. The guy was, his legs were this big.
Oh, it looks like that was a hold by Romeo, and yep, the officials did catch it. It'll be St. Clair's ball about at center pitch.
Ella Farkas taking it once again. She usually takes the free kicks for St. Clair.
Farkas will be attending Siena to play soccer, I believe. Oh, St. Clair's got great penetration, but once again denied by Romeo as they get it out of danger again. And they'll start up to move into St. Clair's territory as they get it close to midfield. As it, once again they attack the sidelines, but the pass was a little bit too far as it will be St. Clair's ball inside Romeo's zone. St. Clair will throw it in with roughly their 45-yard line. There we go.
Oh, great ball, great ball.
Salisbury.
It's okay. St. Clair just earned a corner there.
There'll be a corner kick for Salisbury. Now, do you get to choose who's the corner?
Who takes the corner?
Yes.
Yes, that's completely up to the coach.
Gotcha.
And the players who takes the corner.
Looks like it's going to be Kennedy. Is that correct?
Yes, that looks like Kennedy. I think it varies. I know Claire Freeland, Tessa Freeland, Tara Malone, Kennedy. I know they've all taken corners in the past. But she's a lefty, so
Nice.
that's honestly the perfect for her.
St. Clair gets a header on it.
Good attempt by St. Clair.
Stopped once again there by the Romeo goalkeeper as Eva Hill has been tough to get anything past her.
That was almost a counter by Romeo, but St. Clair recovered in time.
There's Barron as she finds an open number 21, Olivia Turley, on the sidelines out of bounds. Romeo will have a side out inside St. Clair's territory. Throw in. Good defense there by Farkas. Pass a little bit too far. St. Clair's trying to get it out of danger here, but once again, Barron finds it in the middle. She takes a kick just wide of the goal. St. Clair dodges a bullet there. Good penetration by Romeo. St. Clair tries to get it up to the middle as once again denied by Romeo, but now controlled by St. Clair. Intercepted once again by Romeo. As number 5, Carmody. Oh, nice stop. Great save by Abby Perry.
That was a beautiful shot by Claire Carmody.
That's a huge stop now, you know, as far as watching this match and how well Romeo is defensively. One more goal might be enough.
No, St. Clair just definitely needs to defend well in this corner, which, like I said, it's something they've always worked on. So,
Looks like the corner kick will be done by Claire Carmody of Romeo.
oh, out of bounds.
She sails it out of bounds. That was not what Bulldogs were looking for. Checking back in for St. Clair's Komorowski and Jolowski. So with 49-degree weather, we're up here kind of bundled up. I've just seen you with a blanket on you, and these girls are running around with shorts and sleeves. You even feel it cold when you're on the
Oh, no.
soccer field?
I would say, I know for most of them, once you start running, then you're so warm, you honestly don't even need an Under Armour, which is the long sleeves that some girls wear. I actually saw one of the Romeo girls take hers off down there right before the corner that Kennedy took. But a lot of times in weather like this, from running, you'd get too hot from wearing the shirts underneath.
Well, yeah. Well, like I said, they're up and down, and there's no stoppage in this game.
No, not at all. It's definitely, I would say Romeo is maintaining possession more than St. Clair right now, but St. Clair they're giving them a run for their money. St. Clair is constantly pressuring.
Romeo.
And they have had some opportunities.
We've had
as well.
some good looks.
Yeah. Just haven't been able to capitalize. Same with Romeo in that aspect, though, as well. Corner kicks are definitely, you want those when you're in games. Corner kicks they're great ways to score. So I know St. Clair didn't capitalize on theirs, but Romeo didn't capitalize on either of theirs either.
Nice play there by Farkas to stop number 5, Carmody, from going in one-on-one with the goalie. Kick here, another stop by Perry.
Shot by Olivia Turley, number 21. Saved by Abby Perry.
Now, how far can a goalie come out? Is there a restriction?
If they're using their feet, they can go anywhere on the field, but
Okay.
they can only use their hands within that 18-yard box, which is the yellow lines going right before the 10, pretty much.
Got it.
So they can only use their hands in that box.
Number 25, or number 26, Kira Amadeo.
Going to Northwood.
She's going northward. Man, they just have a lot of girls college bound.
Yeah, she actually plays travel with Ella Farkas, travel soccer. I was just talking to her dad about it before this.
Romeo with a kick, stopped there, blocked by St. Clair. As again, Romeo puts pressure on St. Clair. As Perrin tries to find number 21 Turley, but well defended there. St. Clair tries to get something going. Kick back in to number 14 Glozieski. She goes across the field trying to find Amadeo.
Just a little too much on that one.
Checking back in, Tessa Freeland.
Minute and a half left in the game.
In the first half, correct?
Or in the first half,
Yeah.
my bad.
Shot just left of the goal. It will be St. Clair. So with the popularity in St. Clair of with softball and volleyball, what made you fall in love with the game of soccer?
Honestly, I started playing it when I was really young. I would say 5 or 6. My uncle, not necessarily my uncle, one of my dad's best friends that I would consider an uncle at that age. He actually introduced me and both my sisters who are on the St. Clair team to soccer. And it was my favorite out of all of them. It was the only one I really enjoyed. And it's also the one I was the best at, too, which definitely helps.
Well, it's amazing what your father and you were a huge part of it. What you did with the St. Clair program and how popular it became.
Oh yeah, my dad transformed this program, but he also put his all into it. He did everything he could to turn the program around.
Yeah, they're having great success, and I know he's looking forward to taking that next step, and that they're extremely close. I can tell you, your soccer program, as me being the varsity basketball coach at St. Clair, has helped my program just because I'll take any soccer players they see the thing about soccer players, they see the passes, the lanes, the gaps, and they're just so well conditioned. It really feeds into my program.
It takes a lot, yeah.
Well, that was an entertaining first half. You know, both coaches and teams got to be pretty happy with how they played. You know, unfortunately, St. Clair's down 1-0, but I think they'll regroup, and I'm looking forward to a very exciting second half as we take a break.
Hi, it's Rob Seeloff here at LaFontaine Chevrolet Buick GMC of St. Clair. This is an exciting time. Spring is back, and so is inventory here at LaFontaine. In fact, we are seeing inventory levels back to what they used to be before the shortage. We're also excited about the new 2024 Chevrolet Trax, the all-new Colorado, and the new GMC Canyon.
Right now, lease a 2023 GMC Acadia for just $189 a month.
Come see us today or find us at LaFontaine Chevrolet Buick GMC.com.
Hi, I'm Greg Ross. I'm the Assistant General Manager at Magna here in St. Clair. Every day on my commute, I see now hiring signs, including at our own facility. We too are looking for great people to join our team at our brand new facility. We're looking for skilled trades, engineers, purchasing, human resources, leadership, and many more positions. We offer training, development, and a fair wage. We have a facility that is state-of-the-art, with good lighting and a focus on your safety. If you want to be part of a winning team, are willing to work hard, contribute your ideas, go to magna.com careers and apply today.
Well, they've got drink specials every day. Rooms upstairs if you want to stay. If you love music, hear it play at the good old Murphy Inn. At the good old Murphy Inn.
Looking for a great spot to enjoy lunch or dinner with fantastic daily food and happy hour specials? Look no further than the Murphy Inn in St. Clair. This is Paul, owner of the Murphy Inn. Our charming Irish pub features different food and drink specials every day of the week, plus live entertainment every Wednesday through Saturday. The inn even offers 7 unique hotel rooms complete with modern amenities, perfect for overnight stays or a weekend getaway.
There ain't no doubt we're going out to the good old Murphy Inn. To the good old Murphy Inn.
North Star Bank, your local community bank serving St. Clair, Sadlock, Huron, and Washtenaw counties. When you need a local community bank for home loans, checking, savings, and other banking needs, North Star Bank is the community bank that you want to deal with. The bank that will take care of all your personal and business needs. North Star Bank has a new mobile application that you can download to make banking even easier. North Star Bank, guiding the way. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Greg Ross. I'm the Assistant General Manager at Magna here in St. Clair. I've spent almost 20 years with this company, and I can personally attest that at Magna you will work hard, but you will be given an opportunity if you're willing to take it. I've been a leader at this division since very near the beginning. I know this team. Our leadership team is committed to listening and driving forward every day towards our goal of world class. Join our team and let's create the future of mobility together. Apply today at magna.com/careers.
Here we go to start the second half as Romeo controls it. No one seems to be able to gain control at the middle of the field. Ball out of bounds will be St. Clair's ball. So Maya, in the second half, what do you believe is the three keys to St. Clair to get back this 1-goal deficit?
I would definitely say maintaining their composure and playing simple and playing calm. Like, they don't want to panic, because I definitely think that playing composed is definitely the most important thing. And also, they need to score. So shots on goal, creating more opportunities for themselves and capitalizing on the opportunities they do have. And I would also say, like, keeping up with the pressure that they're putting on Romeo now. Pressuring them it'll force them to make more mistakes, it'll force them to mess up, and that can also provide more opportunities for St. Clair.
All right, well, let's see if they can overcome this deficit here. They're playing great defense. Like you said, we just need a few more shots on goal.
Exactly.
Romeo gets it into St. Clair territory, trying to attack it. Well defended there once again by Malone. Romeo regains possession as Barron. Tough to deal with. I can see why she's going to Ferris State. But nice play there by Taylor Helton to take it away. Kick down the field to Malone. Side out. Looks like Romeo has a side out. They'll throw it in. Header there by Taylor out of bounds. Is that always tough after, you kind of warm up running so much, then you go in the locker room and you sit for a little bit? Is it hard to get the momentum, get the muscles and
I'd say a
bones
little
loosen back
bit.
up?
I would say sometimes when I'd be playing and it would just the halftime would come so quick. It just says you feel like you're getting your mojo. So I definitely say it's a little bit more difficult, but it seems like they're bouncing back pretty well. So
yeah.
But I'd say sometimes it can be, depending on, especially the weather too.
Yeah,
if you're all warmed up and then you go out and it's cold, it can be hard sometimes.
Seems like the cold isn't, as much as a problem as, just the dampness of tonight's action.
Oh, for sure.
Romeo controls the action. Over to number 15, Olivia Luther. She'll work it up the sideline. She tries to center it. Missed. St. Clair kicks it back to Romeo's zone as Romeo crosses half field. Romeo tries to set something up as they're working on the west side of the field. Out of bounds. There'll be a throw-in by St. Clair. Kaylin Walker checks back in for St. Clair. How many matches a week does most of these girls play when you're at the high school level?
It's usually about 3, 2 to 3, but 3 most weeks. I know for St. Clair, it's usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday they play.
Got it. So there's not a whole lot of time, to scout and to kind of set up for their plays and stuff, is there, in between games?
Watch film and everything like that, yeah. But it's definitely a lot because you don't have as many practice days, I feel like, as most coaches would like.
Looks like a foul on Romeo.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty bad, honestly.
That was a pretty violent foul there. It's always fun when you hear people say, like, soccer or basketball is not physical. Well, I don't think they watch it too much because you got to be tough.
And I'm not sure if they got it on camera when that foul happened. It was right in the corner, so.
Corner kick here by.
Oh, was that a goal? Oh.
Boy, that
I couldn't tell at first.
From our angle, it looked like she kicked it in the net, but it was just out of bounds. Great scoring chance there by St. Clair. Need a few more of those. St. Clair keeps on putting on the pressure, and it's extremely aggressive here. We just need a few more open looks.
Yeah, capitalize on those opportunities for sure. Oh, that was a great ball.
Foot race. The Romeo girls definitely fast.
Ooh.
Oh, nice play there. Ball out of bounds. It'll be St. Clair with a throw-in from their own 10-yard line. Romeo intercepts, and again they got put some pressure.
It's a great tackle by Ella Farkas.
Yeah, nice play by Ella.
Yeah.
Thrown here by Romeo. as Romeo gets control and they center it. There's good scoring chance here. Shot on goal that's going to go just wider than that. Wasn't too much danger in that scoring chance here as Abby Perry will throw it in. Was that Malone kicking?
Yes. Oh, that was a shove in the back. Yeah.
Looks like Heldon got shoved in the back.
Yeah, definitely a foul. Looks like it should be up a little bit more. Oh. Looks like Tara's taking this free kick.
She centers it. Looks like to Komorowski as she gets a foot on it. Once again, well defended there by Romeo. They move it up the center and over to the east side of the field. St. Clair trying to gain position here. They get control and send it back to Romeo's side of the field. Ball's at the center as Romeo tries to set something up. Well, just on the good chance by Romeo. Abby comes up to defend her goal. Throws it out to Tara Malone. She makes a nice move around a little miscommunication there by her and Helton. As Romeo intercepts the ball, and now they'll go back into St. Clair's territory. Out of bounds, St. Clair side out. Mass substitutions here as Nyla Bush comes in. Jaloski checks in. Group of St. Clair. Coach Freeland trying to keep them fresh for this final push here with 30 minutes to go.
I would say fitness definitely plays a big role in this game as well, for both teams, honestly. Just the fact that St. Clair is constantly pushing. It takes a lot. It's a lot of fitness.
There's no question about it.
Especially with the multiple counters that Romeo has had.
Ball out of bounds, Romeo's ball. Boy, Romeo does have just stifling defense. It almost looks at times that they have an extra girl on the field. Chalosky tries to control it out of bounds. That will be St. Clair ball. So when will, at what point of the game will St. Clair try to open it up and try to, where they have to take a few chances? And I know right now it's only a 1-goal game, but at certain time, is there like a time clock in your head where, like, you just kind of maybe take some chances, send everybody more to the offensive end? Or
I would say maybe the last 10 or 15 minutes. It's called playing direct. It's when, honestly, I mean, you still play defense, but your main goal is to attack. It's everyone's up, everyone pushes up, everyone's trying to score. But in my experience, at least, playing, especially for St. Clair, I would say it's the last about 10, 15 minutes. Because at that point, you're already losing 1-0. What's losing 2-0 going to do, especially against a team that's not in your league?
Correct.
Your goal is to just try and score at that point.
Now, with soccer, is districts paired with MPR with the ratings as far as who you play, or is it just a blind draw, or you're not sure how?
I think it's changed within the last couple of years. It changes every year, honestly. So I honestly think it is a draw because you don't find out until right before. But honestly, I can't be totally sure.
Gotcha.
But I think it has changed how they do it within the last couple of years.
Here we go. Barron once again controls it for Romeo. She gets it out to the side. trying to find her streaking player, but well defended once again by St. Clair. 28 minutes left in the match.
Only being down 1-0 against Romeo this far into the game is honestly, that's a pretty big win in itself for St. Clair, playing against a team 2 leagues above them, Division 1. I mean, I know for everyone they'd want to win if possible for sure, but I'd definitely say that only being down 1-0, especially on a penalty kick, that's pretty good for St. Clair. They haven't been scored on in play yet, so that's a pretty good testament to the players.
Oh, Romeo's got a little bit of pressure here as they try to attack. Knocked out of bounds.
It's going to be a corner kick
That'll
now,
be a corner kick by Romeo.
which could be dangerous.
You gotta stop touching that. I literally did not touch it.
That's your athletic director. That has nothing to do with me.
I'm not sitting there anymore.
Zero to do with me. This is all me right here.
Looks like number 2 will take the corner for Romeo. That is Olivia Keiko. She tries to center it.
Oh, great stop by Avery Kenyon. Like I said, defending corners has been something especially when I was on the team, we worked on that for years because it's important. Those are great scoring opportunities for other teams, so being able to defend them well is really important.
Well, Coach Freeland's got to be extremely happy with her defense and stuff. I know she wants some scoring chances, and I know he feels well playing against his powerhouse D1 Red Max school, but also knowing Coach Freeland, he doesn't like moral victories. He's an extremely competitive coach.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I know he'll be happy with the girls, but he'll be ecstatic if they can somehow tie this thing up. And
oh, for sure. And I know for sure he'll be proud of how hard they're all working.
Nice move there by number 15, Olivia Luther.
Oh, great idea by Izzy Barron.
Good job by Abby Perry to step up and take control of the ball before it reaches the goal. She kicks it straight up. Now squirm for possession here. Nice job by Komorowski. Helton was working extremely hard. Romeo comes away with it. Back in St. Clair's zone.
Ooh, not enough communication there between.
Oh!
Great save by Ella Farkas. Wow.
Nice job.
Wow.
She just bailed St. Clair up. She kept this game a one-goal game.
That was great by Ella Farkas. Great positioning, honestly. That was just bad communication between one of the defenders and Abby Perry for that, that one ball.
Perry's thanking Farkas there.
Oh, look at Al.
Well, this keeps it within reach here.
I know that just put a smile on St. Clair's face, all the players.
Hopefully they can feed off this momentum now. Romeo once again attacks into St. Clair's zone, though. Oh, steal there by number 26.
Oh, great defense.
24 shot on goal. Nice stop by Perry. Way to get her hand on it to
And
prevent another
is
goal.
clearing that again.
St. Clair clears it. Romeo's putting severe pressure on St. Clair at this point. We got to somehow turn the page here and get some offensive attack of our own. Nice feed to the sideline. So Romeo centers it.
Ball.
Oh, just out the
Seemed like it bounced a little bit from the dampness of the turf, probably. Went through about 3 players.
Did you like playing underneath the lights?
I did. It was fun. I did, but also my eyes aren't the best, so sometimes it'd be a little difficult to see, but I definitely say it's fun.
Here we go. St. Clair. Perry gets it out once again. Romeo just, again, intercepting the pass and back into St. Clair's zone. Nice footwork there by Luther. Back out to number 10, Annie Frank, as she sends it to the center. Harmless kick there at net, goes a little bit wide. St. Clair will have a kick in. Nyla Bush back in for St. Clair.
Goal kick for St. Clair because Abby Perry just let that roll by her.
Here we go. Malone will be kicking out here. Come on, St. Clair. Let's get a little penetration. Romeo's in.
St. Clair wins that 50-50. Won the 50-50 ball, but gave up possession to Romeo.
Nyla Bush with nice defensive play right there. Ball out of bounds will be Romeo once again with a throw-in.
Definitely need to watch number 26 for Romeo going to Northwood.
Romeo once again gets possession and they're back into St. Clair's zone. Ball centered. Out of bounds. Romeo once again. Throw in. Controlled by Romeo. Back in St. Clair zone. They try to center it, but nice defense by St. Clair. They tried to kick it out their territory. Here we go. Maybe have a little bit of momentum. Got a little bit of a run out. Here we go. Walker tries to run it down, but once again, number 18 was there for Romeo. Here we go. Walker has it at center court. She looks like trying to find
Salisbury up there.
Just
a little too hard.
Just a little bit too much as the goalie comes way out of her net.
Great idea from Claire, though.
They're definitely playing hard. Coach Freeland's got to like their effort.
Oh, for sure. That's really all he looks for. Obviously, he wants a win, but all he really looks for is their effort.
Romeo.
Abby Perry comes out.
Well done. Great hustle by Perry to save another Romeo scoring chance.
If there's anything about Abby Perry, she will sacrifice herself.
Yeah,
it's one of the things that makes her as good as she is.
Well, in a game like this, a lot of games in St. Clair's league, I know they're kind of one-sided. She probably doesn't get a lot of action tonight. She's got to stay on her toes.
Oh, yeah. She's getting her work in, that's for sure. She made some outstanding saves tonight.
And once again, there's another one. Both these teams should fare very well in their leagues. Who's going to be St. Clair's main competition in the blue?
From what I've heard so far, it seems like it's going to be Lamphere. From who I've talked to and what I've heard, apparently Lamphere has some really great underclassmen this year. St. Clair beat them 1-0, but I was talking to Coach and he said that it was a difficult game, and that Lamphere definitely gave them a run for their money.
When have they played them yet this season?
Yes, they beat them 1-0.
1-0.
But he said that they played really well, and they had a lot of great freshmen and sophomores on the team. So they're pretty young, but they're good. Last year, the competition for St. Clair was Port Huron Northern, but St. Clair beat them 6-2 when they played them this year. So it seems like they won't be up there as much this year.
Well, good programs like St. Clair has, they don't really rebuild; they kind of reload, And
exactly.
With what Coach Freeland and St. Clair Soccer has done, that's pretty much a thing. I from speaking to him, he had some really tough cuts, and that's always tough on a coach's side.
Definitely.
But it's a true testament to your program of how far it's came, where most programs in this area is begging to get girls to play the game.
I know there's
shot on goal once again. Great save by Perry.
Good hands. I know that there's not a single player on St. Clair's varsity team that doesn't play travel soccer, and that couldn't be said three or 4 years ago. So definitely shows how good of a program we have now. I know for Romeo, I'm sure it's the same case, but for teams like Marysville, they only have about 4 or 5 travel players, whereas the entire varsity team for St. Clair plays travel soccer.
That's great, and that's having good coaches throughout the program, that girls fall in love with this game and fall in love with coaching.
Exactly. And I would definitely say it's a great coaching staff. They all care. They care a lot.
Well, the girls definitely play hard for them. Boys, every time St. Clair's got a little bit of opportunity, Romeo's defense is just there.
Back in the game, St. Clair. Kennedy help.
Has your collegiate season kicked off yet, Maya?
Yes, I played in the fall at Rochester University, and then we just had our spring season. But our spring season did just end because our last week is this upcoming week.
Gotcha. Oh, Perry trying to find it there. She finds it. What a tremendous effort by Perry.
Those are always the most nerve-wracking. Barely gets her hands on it, but she always does, or most of the time does.
We just, come on, St. Clair, let's get a scoring chance, reward Perry's hard work, and keeping this game a 1-0 game, and keeping St. Clair, giving them a chance. There's number 26 that you mentioned again, Amadeo. She finds number 5, Carmody. Once again attacking St. Clair's zone. Center as that pass sails wide. St. Clair might have a little bit of momentum here on a run out.
Oh, good step by Taylor Helton.
Great effort. Let's go. Get up.
Like I said earlier, one of the hardest workers. She never stops.
With games being, you said, 3 days a week, it doesn't give you a whole time for your body to recuperate. You feel it throughout the season, little nicks and bruises, and
oh yeah, you feel it. You feel it for sure. But I would say just because you have so many games, like three games a week is a lot. So you definitely feel it, but it really starts to hit you after that last game. It takes a little bit for your body to catch up with itself.
I'm sure it does.
Because you definitely, I would say the first couple weeks it's hard to get adjusted to the constant playing, the constant games, but as you get adjusted, it makes it a little bit easier.
St. Clair throws it down at Romeo's end. Once again, Eva Hill's there to stop any chance of St. Clair getting a scoring chance. Kick out of bounds. St. Clair will have it deep into Romeo's zone here. Maybe we can.
Big substitution for St. Clair.
13 minutes left in this ball game.
Still 1-0. Which, as I was saying, this is honestly a win in itself that St. Clair, they've only been scored on through a penalty kick and not in play.
Yeah, and if I
So-
remember right, that was in the first 5 minutes of the ball game that we made one
Exactly.
costly error, and that's at this point it's the difference of the ball game. But talent-wise and effort-wise, there sure isn't much difference between these two teams, which bodes very well for St. Clair going into the rest of the season.
Definitely. I would say, considering how great of a team Romeo is and has been in the past, this is a good show to how well St. Clair is, or how well they play as a team.
Yeah, there's a lot of positive points you can take out of this, even if they don't come back to steal this victory.
Exactly. It's
Jalowski's nice job by Perry once again to come way out of her net to stop any chance of Romeo getting another scoring chance.
honestly, no matter what the outcome of this game, I would say it's helped both. I think it's helped both teams. I think that it gives Romeo good competition. I think St. Clair is putting an immense amount of pressure on them. But I also think that for St. Clair, it's important to play teams that are this good and are honestly considered by most people to be better than them, just because it will prepare them for districts and regionals and against the harder teams that they're going to be playing.
Yeah, you learn more about your team in games like this, even with a loss, than winning 10-0 or 8-0 and dominating a team.
Exactly. And in games where you win 8-0 compared to a game like this where you're either losing 1-0 or you're tied, those are the games where you're tied or you're barely losing. Those are the games where you're improving and you're getting better.
Correct. And games like this is definitely will help them once they get later into districts and regionals and all those high-pressure games.
Exactly, because these will be like the teams they're playing, not necessarily the teams in our division. They'll be playing much better, much more disciplined teams. So it's important to play games like this, and that's why Coach Finland also scheduled Regina at the beginning of the year.
Yes, and they had a great showing against them. I believe they only lost 1-0.
1-0 or 2, it might have been 2-0. They lost to Regina, but also Regina tied Marion this year, and Marion has knocked St. Clair out of regionals for the last 2 years. So just for the fact that St. Clair only lost 2-0 to Regina just really shows how good of a team they are.
Yeah, they're definitely getting closer and closer to being one of the elite teams in the state, and they just got to knock down that final hurdle, the final wall, and victory over a team like this would definitely build the confidence. Even a 1-0 loss, a team like this will build confidence, and they can only gain from.
Exactly. And they'll learn, they'll get better. Playing good teams is really the only way you're going to improve to the level that they need to for regionals and districts.
Nice center kick once again by Romeo. Wide open look. Just wide of the net as it stays a 1-0 game.
Corner kick for Romeo. Like I said, these are always dangerous, always great scoring opportunities for the team that has them. So St. Clair needs to do a good job defending this to keep this a 1-0 game. They definitely need someone on 26, the player going to Northwood. Match up her size and everything. She looks like she could head the ball extremely well.
Yeah, Amadeus trying to sneak in there. Shot on goal, sails wide.
No one touched it, looked like.
No, it looks like another side out
Just
by
went right
Romeo. They quickly enter it. There we
Cleared.
go. Cleared by St. Clair, back to half pitch. Once again, Romeo sends it back into St. Clair territory.
And St. Clair is, I know Coach Flynn has always scheduled tough teams like this. I know last year St. Clair played Henry Ford, Dakota, Lake Orion, all teams that are leagues and divisions above us.
And Division 1.
So I know this is something Coach loves to do, and he knows that it makes the team better, and he knows it's important. So I'm glad he continues to do it. Because there are definitely some people that question that.
number 5. Carmody controls it for Romeo. St. Clair breaks it up, and they send it down looking for a little bit of momentum. Got possibly a little run out here. Helton finds Hollerbeck.
Right idea.
Good idea. Just, again, great defense by Romeo. Nice play there by Kennedy. Out of bounds. St. Clair's finally got it in Romeo's territory. Only have 8 minutes to go here. St. Clair looking for that tying goal. Once again, Romeo breaks it up. St. Clair tries to keep it in Romeo's end, but here we go. Jill Amadeo moves it in St. Clair, broken out. St. Clair will gain possession, send it back down to Romeo's end. It's a race for the ball.
No. Romeo tries to play it down the line, but
Donaldson centers it.
Oh. Getting hit with the ball in this weather doesn't feel good.
I'm sure it doesn't.
Oh, great idea.
Great idea. Just missed her. What's the most common injury in soccer?
Probably ACLs. ACL injuries, tearing your ACL, or concussions probably.
Yeah, concussion's probably a huge deal.
Oh, yeah. Concussions are insanely common in soccer. And same with, honestly, I think, like I said, ACL tears are really prevalent in this age group for girls for soccer. It's very common.
And, you know, they really play with no equipment whatsoever. I mean,
none at all. Really just shin guards, honestly. And I know personally, I buy the smallest shin guards I can because they can be annoying sometimes. So they really don't do too much.
Yeah.
And contrary to what most people think, soccer is an insanely physical sport.
Now, the cleats you wear, is it different type of cleats for different type of fields or pitches?
So you can wear like cleats with the spikes on the bottom, or like that. They don't have metal or anything on them, but cleats like that are normally for grass fields. You can wear them on turf, and most people do, but you can also buy cleats that have completely flat bottoms, and you can wear those on turf fields as well.
How many sets of soccer shoes did you have when you played?
I had my main pair, and then I always kept an extra pair in my bag. Because my freshman year, my first game ever on varsity, we were playing Lance Cruz North in a scrimmage, and I forgot my cleats. And an assistant coach, had to drive me home to get them.
Oh, no.
So ever since then, I've kept an extra pair of cleats in my bag, even in college.
Smart.
Yeah, coach was not too happy about that one, and I don't blame him.
St. Clair again back in St. Clair's territory. Looking for that knockout goal. St. Clair controls it. There we go. Oh, just passed.
Oh,
nice
great
job.
work by Taylor Helton.
Nice footwork by finding Malone up the sideline. She's got a little rush.
Oh, good work by Tara Malone.
Side out St. Clair. Now under about 4 minutes left to play. Oh, no call there? There we go.
Honestly, it looked like she tripped on the ball at first, but can never complain when you get a free kick.
Free kick by St. Clair. Here's our chance here with under 4 minutes to play. Time's running out.
Looks like Tara Malone's taking it from this side. It's situations like this where you need to capitalize as well.
Nice shot on goal. Once again, Eva Hill kicks it out of trouble for the Bulldogs. Controlled there by St. Clair as we make one more. Got a couple more chances.
Counter attempt by Romeo.
Nice job by Malone to intercept that pass. Sends it up the sideline. She's got a streaking Kennedy.
No, don't call it.
Oh, foul on Kennedy.
Boy, that was just great hustle play by both players.
That should have been a no call. They were both playing each other. What'd your brother go? He go? He went down 5 times.
St. Clair trying to get that tying goal here. Nice work by Helton. Send it over to Hallenbach.
Oh, it was a good idea by Claire Freeland. See, this is where pressure is so important. In these last 2 minutes of the game. Oh. That could have gone either way, honestly. That's a foul on Taylor Helen for Romeo, though.
Clock's ticking here. We might have one or two more chances. Here we go, St. Clair with a push here. It's a little bit too deep, intercepted by Romeo. Komorowski kicks it out to the side. Malone finds.
Great ball.
Throw in St. Clair trying to get that tying goal here.
Can I say anything about a questionable penalty kick if that's how it ends?
Malone throws it in. Header there by
Claire
Romeo.
Carmody.
Switch it. Send all up. There you go. Oh, not enough. That's going to do it. Unless they can get some miracle.
30 seconds remain. St. Clair might have one last chance here. So Romeo gets it back down in St. Clair's. Oh, wide open.
Offsides.
Offsides.
Saves that scoring opportunity.
Stop the clock. Can we have 4?
11 seconds for St. Clair to get one last push.
Oh, wait.
Might add about 4 seconds on.
Good.
Just because that offsides call.
Well, we got 9 seconds. One advantage of playing at your home stadium. St. Clair.
Oh, great idea. Great ball.
Out of bounds. Will slide out with 8 seconds to go. 4. Well, that was an entertaining ball game as St. Clair, even though I'm sure they're not happy with the loss, they sure showed well in a 1-0 loss to a D1 powerhouse in Romeo. A lot of good things that Coach Freeland and the St. Clair Ball Club can take from this.
I definitely think that both coaches will definitely be proud. Romeo came out with the win, but like I said throughout the game, I think that St. Clair will honestly considers this a win for them as well. Not a league game, but that's the whole point, to play teams that are better than you. And they held them at 1-0. They didn't get scored on in play, so they only got scored on a penalty kick. So that just shows that as a team they defended well and they played great, and I think that all the coaches, including Coach Freeland, they'll be proud of how hard they worked and how well they did.
Well, it was enjoyable doing this. I wish you the best of luck, Maya Freeland. And this is Darren Pietrkowski and Maya Freeland checking out for CTV.
You've been watching East China High School Sports presented by Magda. Join us again soon for more East China High School sports action on CTV, your community TV channel for Marine City and St. Clair.